Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. Today we'll have a look on how to create some plants, some modular plants with modifiers. So to do this, we will just select everything here with A, and with X we will remove everything, all our objects. So I will enable here a little add-on that will enable here the shortcuts I will make, thanks for Gianam to make this add-on. And so here we will go into orthographic view and we will just add here with Shift A, here we will add a circle. This circle we will just want not too much vertices, something like 20 should be enough for what we will have to do. And we will just go into top view and we would like to create a kind of leaf shape here. Okay, so to make this leaf shape I will just go into edit mode with tab and I will just select here the vertex on the x-axis on the right. Okay, then I will just enable here the proportional editing and I will just enable here with the sharp proportional editing, and with GX I will just can move, and with the scroll of my mouse I will just here I will just can just do a kind of shape like that, and here I will do the same but a little less and with maybe a bigger edition, a bigger proportional editing here. I will just now disable this. Okay, so we have a basic leaf shape here. Maybe we would like now to fill everything. So to fill everything we could, for example, just select everything and do F, for example, and it will fill everything. But I would like to deform after this shape, so I would like something more convenient to deform it. So just with Ctrl F grid fill, we can fill everything with quads. But by default, it's not really the good here span and offset. So what we will do, we just select here 6 as span and the offset at 2. For me, it worked well. And as you can see now, we have everything filled with quads, and it's not that bad. Good. So what we would like to, it's 2 loops around this loop here. With Alt left click I can just select here this loop, and we can just go into here our loop cut option and go to offset edge loop cut. Okay, this one. Then with just left click we will just have the possibility to add these 2 loops. Good. We are happy with that. I come back here to the normal selection mode and I can just select now the 3 vertices here, and I will extrude with EX and I will create the stem of the leaf with a few extrude and a last little extrude EX and S, and like that we'll have this kind of shape in the beginning of the leaf that will be more realistic. Okay, good. Now I would like to have something a better distribution of the vertices in the center. So what I will do for this, I will just select it with C like that, and I will select everything inside, okay, nothing outside, and just with right click and smooth vertices here a few times, right click like that, 4 times will be good for us now, and we will have a better distribution here. Okay, so now if I turn around here I can see that everything is totally flat and not realistic at all. So to make it better I will just select the base of the stem here and the end of the leaf here. I will enable the proportional editing and then I will go into front view, and with GZ and a big interpolation, so not too big. If you put it too big you will have a kind of V shape, okay, like that. If you put it not big enough you will have a kind of here flat shape into the center. So you have to take the good interpolation to make a very good like this nice curvy shape all around here. okay, and we will have something already a little better. And what we can do now, we can just select here the tip, only the tip, and in front view again, with GZ, we will increase the curve a little more, okay, good. And now we would like to select just the center here. So we will have these 5 vertices here in the center. We will disable the proportional editing. And with GZ, we will just can give a kind of little crease into the center of the shape. Okay, and like that we will have here a leaf. Good. So this leaf, first of all, we will rename it. So let's call it leaf. We will just, in object mode, right click and make a shade smooth, okay? And we will go into modifier now. So I would like a solidify modifier just to add some thickness on it. So I will go into 0.05, I think it will be enough, okay, for this one. And then I would like a modifier subdivision surface to make it more curvy and realistic. If you want to manage this curve here, you can add just a little loop, and like this you will have something sharper, okay? If I increase this, you can see, okay? We will keep the modifier subdivision surface at 1 to not have too much vertices into our scene. And now I have my leaf, and I'm happy with this. Okay, good. The next thing I will have to do, I will go into front view, and I would like the beginning here of the stem, so the base of the stem, to be here into the center of origin, into the origin of our object. So I will go into edit mode, select everything, and then I will just move here everything and put this one into the right place. So like this. Okay, the beginning of my leaf will start here. Good. So I have my leaf, and I'm happy with that. For now, I will not touch it for a moment, so I can just go and close the solidifier and the subdivision surface, because we will add some modifiers after. The next step of this creation, we will add a circle here, and we will create the stem of the plant. So we don't want too much vertices, something like 8 will be enough, and we will go into edit mode. So we will scale it down because we don't want something too thick, okay? I will extrude that with easy and GZ again to have something a little taller, and I will just now add some loops here to have a basic shape and can deform this shape, because if I don't have some geometry here, I cannot deform this shape. So I will just make Ctrl R and add a lot of loops with the scroll of my mouse like this, and here you can see that, yeah, something like that. So I don't know how much I did put exactly, 30, but it's not mandatory to put this number. If you have 25, it will be okay. If you have 35, it will be okay. And here you can select here now the top of the leaf with Alt right click, Alt left click. Sorry, I'm still used to Blender 2.79 with the shortcuts. So here we will go into front view, and with proportional editing, I would like to make it less thick on the top here like that. So I will do S, but you can see that here all the vertices will go into the Z-axis, so I don't want that. We go up like that. I would like to make it less thick, but now not to go up. So to do that, I will just S Shift Z, and it will remove the Z-axis into this action. And like this, I will have the basic shape of my stem here. Good. So when I have this, I just make a right click and shade smooth, and we can add a modifier subdivision surface to make it a little more smooth. Okay, good. Now I have the basic shape of my stem. I can rename it here, stem. Good. And we would like now to duplicate the leaf around the stem, okay, and to turn it around like that. And to do this, we will add a modifier array. This modifier array will duplicate the shape of my leaf into an axis by default, but I would like to use an object to manage that. So I will remove relative offset, and I will here enable object offset. I will add here, where is it, an empty, and this empty will be a sphere. It doesn't matter the shape you put here, and it will be this empty that will manage the duplication of my leaf. So to do that, I come back to my leaf, I select my leaf, and then I select here with the target, okay, it will be my empty. And I will put something like, I don't know, let's say 25 leaves. And now everything will be managed with the empty. So if I go up with GZ, you can see the duplications go up with it, okay? If I make a rotation into the z-axis only with RZ, I can make this shape like that, and we have already something interesting. Good. But if I scale it up or down, this time I will scale it down, I can make it even better, like as it goes up, the leaves becomes more little, so it's more interesting like that. And we'll make a GZ to adapt the shape well and to make the last leaf here into the right place, and maybe a little rotation RZ again to make more random into this interpolation here, and we have already a shape of plant. Okay, good, not that bad. But what we would like to do is to add some curve into this shape. So to do this, we will add a curve. Let's go ahead, and here we will add a curve, basic curve. We will go into edit mode here. I will just put this one that it's the beginning of the curve. As you can see, there is a kind of arrows that tells you here it's the beginning, here it's the end. So we will put the beginning of the curve in the center by select everything and make a GX1. Like this, it will be in the center. So I would like this one to select only this here, this manipulator here. I will make a air 90 degrees negative, just to put it into the right place. And into the side view, I would like it to be totally straight too. So with air, I will try to adapt here. Okay, good, what I have there. And then I will just, with air and G on the second here manipulator, can do some shape like that, and make an extrude and to create another, and an extrude again to create another, and like that we will have a kind of interesting shape for our plant after, okay? What is important in this step is to not have something with a curve like this, for example. If I scale it down like that, what I will have here, it's something with a sharp place like that, and we don't want this. We want something as much as possible curvy and start straight. Okay, good. So now we have a basic curve, and I would like my plant to follow. So let's go into my stem first. I will add a modifier curve, and then I will choose here the basic curve as a target, and I will choose a right angle. We would like to go into the z-axis, so let's go into the z-axis. Good. We will do the same, exactly the same for our leaves. So I will add a modifier curve and then select my curve object here, and we would like it into the z-axis. And as you can see, now we have a nice plant. Okay? So it did work well for our purpose now. As you can see, maybe sometimes the tip of the leaves have some little problems because it reverses the normal here, and this it really comes from the curve here of the plant. So if it's too curvy at a moment, you can see just a little rotation sometimes helps, and like this you don't have this bad shape here. And okay, we have a first plant. Good. So this plant, now I would like to make another one. And that's why it will be a modular plant, because now we have a system that we can duplicate, and just by changing the shape of the leaf, for example, and the shape of the curve, and how the empty will manage the rest, we will have a ton of possibilities. So now let's go ahead and select this one, everything with A, and with Shift D X, I will just duplicate my object. Now I will focus with the numpad period here on this selection, and the first thing I will do, I will just change the shape of my curve. So I will go into my second Bezier curve here, and I will just make another shape. Okay, so let's say we are happy with this shape. We have another shape. Good. And what we will do, we will manage objects by objects. First, we will manage the stem. So do you want it until there, until the top, for example? Or if you want something shorter, you just make a SZ. And you will have the shape of the, as you can see, the shape of the stem that we can grow or not. So if you want something less big, let's try until here, let's say. Okay? And now I would like to manage the leaves now. My leaves, I will go into edit mode, and if, for example, I would like something less thick, okay, so I will select everything and make SY. And as you can see, just with a few manipulation, I have already a shape totally different. Okay, good. Let's go into our array modifier here, and let's say I would like something with more leaves. So if I want more leaves, I put more leaves, and I will put this time 35 instead of 25. Okay, and it will continue to duplicate like that. And now I just have, and maybe I would like less big leaves. So in front view, I will go there and I will make a shorter leaf like that, and make a rotation maybe to change a little the orientation of the leaf and come back here. And like that I will have something already far different from the other. Now what I can do too is to make a GZ to make it like that. And now I would like to invert the system, like now it goes more little as it goes up. Now I would like something that goes more bigger. So let's do a S. If the manipulation is too strong, just use the Shift key and it will be more precise. Now we have something almost good, it seems. So it seems that the leaf is not totally in the middle, and that's why in the end it doesn't follow well here. So let's go into the wireframe mode, and as you can see, yeah, it doesn't touch the center here. So we just move that into the center like this. We are sure that it will come from the center. Let's try it now, the same thing into the side view. It seems okay, nothing did move. So now it should be okay on the top. And as you can see now, we have a totally different plate, different plants. Okay, so this is the second possibility. Let's add another possibility again. We duplicate, we select everything with B, we duplicate it with Shift D, X, and we would like another shape. Good. And let's say with this shape we are happy. It's just for an example. After you can play with it for sure. And I would like the stem to go on the top here. So I will make SZ. Good. And I would like here my leaves to be totally different again. So I will select my leaf here and I will make a SY again. But this time I will invert. And I will go into a more roundy shape. Okay, something like this, maybe a little more again. And I will select maybe only the top, not the leaf, not the stem of the leaf too much. So for that I will just select the tip here, and with Ctrl plus I will have my selection like that and make a SY. Okay, and now we have this kind of shape for the leaves. I think here it's a little too big, so I will select maybe only the stem by doing Ctrl plus again, okay, and SY to have something less thick. Good. And maybe I will manage the thickness into my solidify here too, and maybe make it a little less thick. Good. So now we have again something totally different. And I can even, for example, select just the top, okay, and with for example here the proportional editing in front view, I would just can make something like that with a stem very big and very long. Okay, and maybe a little rotation like this, just to adapt everything well. And I will have something totally different again. And this shape, if I just scale up here the empty, as you can see, my plant will grow until there, and we will have something again totally different. So maybe until there will be enough, and with a GZ I can just make it grow until the top. And now we have again something totally different, okay? And maybe to make it a little more flat, well, what we can do is to select the leaf again, select everything, and make it like this. Okay. Maybe a little less for the top, a little less of curve on the top to not have these strange shapes here. Good. And now we have three totally different plants that comes from the same system, and you can play with it and have different shapes, or even sometimes just to take the shape of the leaf again and take, for example, there's 4 vertices here and make with the proportional editing with a smooth factor here and an SY. You can make a more roundy shape, okay, and it will after change everything on the plant like that. So can be very interesting to play with those options here. I'm not satisfied with the curve of this one, so I will just make a little more curvy like this. Good. And now it's better. Perfect. So now we have the 3 plants available, and we can make a tons of possibilities. So after, as you did change the shape of the leaves here, you will have to texture it with different textures, but when the global shape is done, you have already something really good to manage with. So to to do the texturing part, you can have a look on my training about environment creation. And this tutorial here, the one that you did just see, is available into will be available into my new training that will be for Blender 2.8, and this one will be available end of next month, I think. So stay in tune, I will tell you some news about that. Have a great day, happy blending!